But we're going to be loading up here, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 here between Blacklist International and Onic Philippines. Who is going to take the series here? Beloyski going to be doing what he's known for, doing best here. But he's got to watch out, too, for the Diggy as well.
Wow, what
Those
a trick.
bombs hurt.
Very nice trick coming up from Beloyski. He essentially just, stopped Kevier from having such speed, enormous speed.
Yeah.
Because he was able to tank that. Just going back to the Uranus versus Esmeralda, a lot of people will be angry if you say that Uranus is better than Esmeralda. So that's why what I'm about to tell is that they have different strengths. When it comes to team fights, obviously the Falling Star Moon is such a great spell compared to maybe the ultimate of the Uranus, right? So that's the main, maybe selling point. And Kyrie actually utilizing the Retribution way. Okay. He just wants to get the advantage, and now Kevier is forced out.
Well, I mean, he was able to secure that with his Retribution. But, again, the battle of the Demon Slayer jungling emblems here that we're going to see.
It continues.
It continues, ladies and gentlemen. And, so far, I think one thing about this Diggy pick, and I know we talked about it last weekend as well, a little bit of the feeling from some of the coaches out there on Diggy.
That was the last hit.
Who's going to get it?
Interesting pause.
Very interesting.
Look, there's one.
Oh, man.
Teeny life.
So I think this is those kind of moments where as Beloyski, you're super duper tilted. Because now the exclamation point appears in Kevier, and Kevier can react to it accordingly.
Yeah. I don't like going up against Natalia in my games, man.
Yeah.
He shows up, and the way that Beloyski handled this in his own comfort pick hero, man.
Yep.
Going back to the past season, as being a veteran, he knows this hero too well and how to disturb the jungle of the enemy's jungle hero. And man, going the control on the map here, there's a lot of information he can give for Onic Philippines in the early game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the highlighting points of having Natalia. And we saw this anytime that she's actually picked, regardless of team, you see her being able to provide information, vision for the team, but at the same time, the ability to stick on your target and find those, even if it's, let's say you don't even kill somebody, right?
Yeah.
But you're able to get out the ultimate abilities. A lot of the times it's usually from the junglers to use them defensively rather than offensively.
Yeah.
That is all.
He was playing for Aura and now for Onic Philippines. And it's crazy because even throughout seasons where nobody almost prioritizes Natalia, whenever there's Beloyski in it, Selena as well as the Natalia is always a problem for, an issue for the teams facing
a Beloyski special.
Yeah, Beloyski, exactly.
I mean, that's usually the case here. Beloyski is going to take some gloom damage from Haji. Hatred. This is crazy, too, if you think about it. Haji playing against across the board, right? Hatred now on the show. I think he's got great tools with the black shoes to stay alive. That's going to be a quick turtle, though, going over here to Onic Philippines.
Oh, Beloyski doing a great work. Actually, he's trying to make Blacklist react on the certain parts of the map.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the steal again.
Actually, Kevier was able to get it.
Oh.
He got it. Wow, the sidestep from Beloyski, but it's not going to be enough. He goes down here. First blood going over to Haji. And, they're trying. This is the thing. Onic Philippines trying to do their best to slow down Kevier.
Yeah.
But so far, you got to say Blacklist International responding very well to it.
Yeah. I mean, you have a lot to cover, yes, but Beloyski having control map and vision, they need to also to answer in some objectives. I mean, they got the first turtle, but some of the points where Blacklist is also trying to react on certain ways that they can also be penetrated by the defense of Onic or the damage output they can get from Onic Philippines.
Yeah. So I want to say, I do agree with you guys that Blacklist International are actually able to brace themselves. One thing that we don't notice, however, is the difference that Onic Philippines was able to do when it comes to comparing the farm of the junglers, right? Kevier, if he wasn't able to get that purple buff, the previous purple buff, this will be he will be lagging so much behind Kyrie. But at this point, with Onic Philippines also taking out the what we call the green buffs from the Crammer, the Scale Lizard, the Rock Ursa, this is actually creating a mini lead between the junglers, which actually is very crucial in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, the little things that two junglers that can get, Kevier and Kyrie.
Like this. They're playing cross-map Onic Philippines. I mean, they're trying to take what should belong to Kevgir. And if we compare 1.9k to 2.4k, that's a I would say a very important lead that Onic Philippines was able to get.
Yeah, especially if you're considering the fact that, you know, these are coming down to these team fights already for the Turtles. And when your jungler is obviously leading by the majority of the little, you know, gold lead that's going on here, that's obviously going to kind of, not snowball, but it's going to give you that minor advantage here that we're going to see them going when they go head-to-head, right? And this is a lot with Beloyski as they go. Haji's going to have the black shoes, but here comes the focus. Way the Dragon's going to be popped. Tempest Blaze as well, but he goes down here. Kyrie finding a kill. One kill here.
You see the juggle? The moment that Kyrie popped the Tempest of Blades, Beloyski showed himself when he was about to go down so that the turret will prioritize the Natalia.
Yeah, the aggro change.
The aggro change allowed Onic to dive, and that's the reason why Kyrie was able to get out. You see the replay once again. As they went in for Haji using the ultimate, the black shoes, as well as the Purify after the Way of the Dragon. You see Kyrie, see Beloyski now snagging the aggro and staying there so that Kyrie will be able to get out. That's amazing.
They're like the Green Hornet, the dynamic duo.
Yeah, you know, when that happens in like your own ranked games, you always feels good, right? You're like, wow, that is great aggro jumping here for the turrets. But now, battle for the orange. Beloyski find a kill here. Kevir goes down, and that's going to be another big roadblock here for Kevir for Blacklist International right now.
No, the advantage of a Natalia if you're alone, man.
Yeah,
he can just dish out. There's the kick.
Way of the Dragon. Haji going to take quite a bit of damage here. Kyrie's going to pop the Tempest Blades. Going to try to find another kill. Haji actually lives for quite some time before going down. It's now 1-3 in favor of Onic.
Well, the control of Onic Philippines right now. Onic and Kyrie. Oh, Wolf, you were talking about how precise he was, man. It was the little things that matter for him right now.
Honestly, if you're going to ask me, Onic Philippines will be far better off if they just force the ultimate and just you know, get the purple buff. I think that's a better kill because it's smart. But then again, Kyrie's going to be taking what he can. 2-0 so far, and already with the DHS going for the War Axe next. Also, the real reason why Onic Philippines was able to kill off Kevir was that when Kevir was taking the orange buff previously, there's a lot of stacks already from the Uranus.
Yeah. You know, the passive that he got, and just looking and going back to Uranus, Delarski was coming in from the bot lane. Man, there's no minions now for Esmeralda, or specifically for Edward.
Had no ultimate.
No ultimate going to be available there. Again, you can attribute this to the relentless Beloyski just getting the black shoes out there, and that's going to be a free kill over here.
Oh, no, Kevir.
Kevir.
Edward.
Let's see here. Hatred going to be taking quite a bit of damage, trying to survive. Still alive.
Hatred.
But there you go. Oab finding kill. Kevir goes down. Dexstar as well. Onic Philippines finding 2 here.
Oh, the follow-up, the reset, the resources. Onic Philippines trying to burn against Blacklist International is always on point, man. Getting off guard on those skills.
Oh, wow. You can see that.
Knowing that Beloyski is always in the bushes, there's so much Blacklist can do to counter back.
Yeah, one thing I really haven't seen yet is Dexstar being able to utilize, you know, this Diggy pick so far.
Yeah.
We're going to see, you know, the use of the time journey later on. Edward's going to get focused down here by 3, but the Chaos Bolts are just too much as Marky finds a kill here in the bottom lane. All the while, Kevir trying to secure his purple, but actually... Okay, I believe that's just a visual bug there. He did grab it. Onic going to be taking down this bottom turret as well.
You see the positioning of the Natalia allowed for this push to happen, and because of the fact that Blacklist International are way too scared for Kevir to lose his buff, they ported 4 heroes in there around that purple buff, and that disallowed them to defend bottom lane.
Oh, it's like an invisible trap.
Oh my. Oh, he just woke up, man.
There's not much you can do here against the amount of damage that Marky is pumping out.
Edward literally just woke up, and he already faced the brunt of the damage. Onic and Kyrie was able again.
Oh,
man, he's just APM is APM king.
APM.
This good, at this rate.
Actions actions per minute.
I think so.
APM.
That's an old like gaming term, honestly. I have to think of another thing. Maybe the amount of things that he's able to do. What do you call that? In a workplace setting, what do you call that kind of guy? Employee of the month?
Employee of the month. He's he's just
Employee of the year.
This guy is just unrelentless with this this pick here. They're going to be working on the first Lord of the game. It's going to be most likely a free one. Almost.
Oh, that was too close.
God, that would be so bad.
Imagine,
for Onic.
Does that solidify the nickname for you?
Yeah. All right. Well, how about this? Kyrie efficiency.
Kyrie efficiency. Yeah, that works. All right.
I mean, so far, like you guys mentioned, they have to commit a lot here for Kevyar to even get his buffs. Now they're going to have to defend, right? This is, again, only the first Lord of the game, but at the same time, I feel like we really haven't seen these heroes be utilized the way that they were meant to on Blacklist International's side. I think they also don't have enough resistance to deal with not only Marky's burst of damage, but also Beloyski.
Yeah, you know what? Look at the gold lead, 8.3k advance. The side of Onic Philippines, there's so much that they can do to burst out so much damage and trying to make Blacklist react on all things. But now, since they squeezed all the possible resources that Kevyar can get, they're just waiting for the right time to attack the base.
You see how Blacklist International didn't even mind to push because Oheb is always like compromised.
Oh, Beloyski! He's actually going to be able to survive, but Oheb not able to find the connection, but that's going to be a gloom. Haji finds one. Lord's going to finally go down. Killing spree for Marky. Hatred with the way the dragon goes down as well. Kevyar, can he help out here? I mean, Oheb and Edward trying to do their best. Forcing the flicker out. Oheb finds another one.
Oh, no way.
Blacklist International finding 3 for Onic Philippines.
Guns out for Oheb. Man, did you see that? He was trying to shoot Beloyski into thin air. And Haji says, man, I got you. I got you. Just stay there, man. He's still precise on landing in those sniper shots, bro.
Yep. He is the Filipino sniper.
The Filipino sniper. You can see, like, Oheb able to run away. That was amazing for Blacklist International. Beloyski able to survive, but Beloyski gets back and there's just that loop. Unfortunately, the second skill of the Lilia, he didn't even have to point it. Beloyski walked in front of it. Now, Hatred, this is the problem that you face when there's a position for like high and dry Cho.
Yeah.
He can go on a suicide mission to take down the jungler or the gold laner, and it still is a positive trade because it's just a support.
Yeah.
You think about it. And you already have the damage if you are the Cho. You have Heptasis and Blade of Despair for Hatred now. So he's going to be one-shotting anyone from Blacklist International as long as there's no Time's Journey available.
Yeah, again, the Time's Journey is... It's a great ultimate to have, right?
Yeah,
but
especially for dashing heroes.
Yeah, but we have, again, like Blacklist International hasn't been able to utilize it, right? And at the same time, who is their front liner here, right? Is it Edward to be able to does he have to find the right falling star moon? Like, what does Edward have to do here? Or do they just wait for Onic Philippines?
If they wait, it could mean trouble. At the same time, if Blacklist can do a bait play against Onic Philippines, that could work. I mean, you have a Diggy.
That is fast.
And you have an Esmeralda, but that was a fast clear from Kyrie right there.
Yeah,
I think that's Marky, man.
Yeah, that's
like Marky's damage is just insane.
Complimenting each and every one of them taking that Lord.
That's the Lunox. The thing with Lunox is that Lords, it doesn't matter if you're like a Lord at level 25 at minute 25 or Lord at 12 minutes. You're gonna die at the same rate because of the percent-based damage coming out from the Lunox. So I always say that it's one of the fastest clears of the Lord.
Yeah.
It's because of how much damage you get. So whenever there's Lunox in your opposing team, you have to be wary of that fast Lord takes. And now, Blacklist International, I would say they have a decent defense. They have Beatrix as well as the Lilia.
Yep.
And the Lancelot too. So
I mean, that's the thing. They have a great defense potential here, but Beloyski is not going to let them do it comfortably, right?
No,
he's
always there.
Yeah, he can kind of just bob into there the best he can, and force a response from Blacklist International. So they're going to lose this turret here, actually. Okay, it does go down. The base is going to be cracked open here. Onic Philippines finding a little more space here. But again, Blacklist International has to do something. They need to come out with a win in a skirmish or a team fight. Haji!
There you go.
Have to pop the black shoes. Tempest of Blades come down as well. Can they survive this? Beloyski trying to run away here. Going to be focused down by Kevyar. He finds one. Beloyski does go down here. So they are down one member. Blacklist International could be looking to finally get a turret of the game.
Oh, that was 4 ultimates word from Blacklist International on that happenings, but on that point, they saw an opportunity to take down one from Onic Philippines, and I say, you were talking about bait plays that they can do. Maybe it matters about persevering that burst of power from Onic Philippines on who is going to react first.
Yeah. So Onic Philippines, like they're trying to bait Haji into like committing his ultimate, and I think Haji really played that out like a boss, and that's the reason why they were able to hang on. For Onic Philippines, they cannot end this game as long as the Beatrix as well as Haji is available. Or if Haji burns all of his burst and goes for the reset, and then eventually, throws out all of his spells once again, and if OF doesn't have the Beerus Passion as well as the ultimate with the rocket launcher, that is the opening for Onic Philippines. That's why you can see that Onic Philippines, they are just trying to force Blacklist International into badly committing their spells. But Blacklist International, knowing Blacklist International, they don't just throw out their spells. They throw it in a good way. They time it so well. So that's why
it's calculated.
It still is, I would say, a game that Onic can lose, even with them leading by 10,000.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing, right?
Yep.
The gold lead right now, obviously massive for
Catching
Onic
up,
Philippines.
man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Blacklist International, if they can continue to buy a little bit of time, right, they might be able to come back in this. But again, when these lords come up like now, they have to either come to the fact that, okay, let's just defend our minds out, or do we go and take a chance at actually contesting a lord?
Yeah, they can seize it if they want to, but you know what? There's a lot of minions on the way from side of Onic Philippines. That fast lord take, combine the damage, man. That was the lost point of Blacklist, but maybe they didn't mind it as well. Maybe they can still maintain this balance or soak it up if ever Onic just marching it through.
Okay, so Winter Truncheon for Marky. Now that we are at 15 minutes and you already have your items locked up for the Lunox, there's the threat of the Ruby DD.
Yeah,
the Ruby DD play.
That's it.
And the thing is, for Blacklist International, their Time's Journey cannot save them from that kind of combo.
Yeah.
So that maybe is a game ender for Onic Philippines.
Well, we're about to find out. The Lord now in the base are going to have to handle that. The top and mid turret also taking a little bit of damage
So
here,
quickly.
waiting for the minions. That's going to be a quick work of the Lord here.
They didn't even mind it. Oh, the Lord is here. Okay, fine. Let's just burst it down.
Yeah.
right away.
I mean, at the same time, they still have to worry about clearing the minions as well, which they should be okay. I mean, again, you're talking about Oheb here on that Beatrix. So Onic Philippines once again cannot just get into the base here of Blacklist International.
Now, I love how they are respecting the damage of Blacklist that they can give or they can receive from Blacklist International, because there's so much to have, like, that can be expanded here. If Baloyski goes in, he can be pulled in by Dexstar, or even Haji can bait him with a burst. There's a lot. Okay, so maybe right now they might be settling for a last late game push or even a trick.
Welcome to the eternal game.
All right, here it is. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. This man.
I mean, it is only 17 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, I don't think Blacklist International is going to, force anything here. They're going to wait for Onic Philippines.
They need to make the first move, man.
Oh,
Here we go.
that was close.
So the thing is, that's a conceal play. They will have it reset in maybe a minute, and that might be just in time for the next Lord. So I think that's a risk that Blacklist took, and which was calculated, in fact. And now, Onic Philippines will let go of Blacklist International, allow them to get out of their base for once. And I think at this point, at 18 minutes, this is the battle for the Lord. And the main thing that Blacklist International can have against Onic is the surprise play, the conceal play that they can do.
That's it.
With all due fairness for Blacklist International, they have a very strong bubble when it comes to team fighting. But the problem is, Onic Philippines have invulnerability frames. Like Tempest of Blaze as well as the ultimate coming up, Brilliance ultimate.
Yeah. Plus the, I believe they have a Winter Truncheon as well. So it's like, if Blacklist International finds a team fight in their favor, they still have to be cautious enough with the fact that Onic Philippines, they can kind of outlast that burst.
They have
out from Blacklist.
Actually, looking at their skill set, also the heroes that they've picked, they can outlast, they can outplay. At the same time, can they also soak up damage, and also how Blacklist can maneuver this Lord take, because this will be a crucial Luminous Lord take either for one of these two teams. And one mistake can either benefit or lead from a mistake to the other.
I like it. They pop the conceal just to get a little bit of vision. Meanwhile, Hatred going to be pushing out the bottom lane here, as it is the one with, you know, the tier 3 turret down.
Yep.
So Blacklist has to worry about that. Meanwhile, Onic Philippines going to looking to possibly start this Lord. We'll see if they actually commit to it. But for now, just kind of a stalemate.
They're waiting, actually, really waiting. And you know what? There's a lot of pokes and spams that Blacklist can do here, but also for Baloyski, oh, Dexter knows there's always someone in the bush that's trying to get control of this area.
Yeah, Esmeralda has to answer the bottom lane. This is such a dance.
Yeah,
A very crucial dance.
there they go in. It's going to be secured here by Onic Philippines. The Tempest Ablaze being popped.
That's all
They're
right.
backing off here. They do lose Baloyski. Blacklist still in full force, but they lose the Lord.
Yeah, Marky cannot defend this, and that's the thing, right? At least Blacklist International is able to trade, and with all due fairness, I think that they can actually clear out the Lord easily. Blacklist International has to just hold it together. I think they need to like do the 4-1 positioning. It's meaning to say that one will be out of the bubble, and the other 4 will just group up together. And of course, with the Esmeralda available for Blacklist, they can do that. And honestly, they might even be able to prolong this game.
Yeah, they need to have that formation as well to take down this Lord as quick as it is. But looking at the damage here, they can still make it through. But no, any additional steps from Onic Philippines here, just trying to make it a push. And that is a Lord burnt down.
You got to give it up to Blacklist, man. They still have their 2 base turrets up.
Yep.
Their bottom one is down, but they are defending here so far.
Great defense.
Oh! That connection.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
I mean, this is the thing, right? When you have these type of situations, these type of games, we're going to see that, right? We're going to see Lords being kind of the win condition here. Or Blacklist International can look for some type of concealed play.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's the best option.
Maybe divide them for some reason.
Yep.
Or, yeah.
You saw that the Lord also had that extra like damage from that acts. I forgot what the spell is called.
Is it the thundering one or the lightning thing?
The lightning thing, yeah, where you get like
The Zeus effect.
whatever it is. Yeah. I mean, Zeus is a lord, technically speaking.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
The blessing of
Well, he's
Zeus.
a god.
But
As a god and lord.
yeah, actually. That's right. Well, yeah, you see extra damage from Onic Philippines. But if you compare like the scaling, I think the Blacklist International might have a slightly better advantage knowing that they are the only team in this game with the valid scaling hero, a marksman. So we also know that the damage output of the Beatrix is already also scaled up when he was quote-unquote nerfed, which eventually led to Beatrix being just buffed because of like more late game presence anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that Blacklist International, despite them trailing by 13-5, they're okay with it. And you know, I did the math. At 23 minutes, gold leads don't matter at all because it's already like evened up.
Everybody's locked in.
Yeah,
right?
everybody's locked in. And to go back on the word, as Wolf said, the scaling factor of Blacklist International just adds up to my head that you always ban the Beatrix in a game. I mean, even in my game. I mean, it can do so much no matter how the early game didn't do good on their own way, but it's always about the late game. And Blacklist had that chance to farm up for that lost moments during the early game.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's pretty much evened up itemization-wise.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, the thing about that, and Blacklist International, specifically Oheb here, if he has to be super careful, because if Baloyski takes him out and they lose Oheb, even though he has an immortality, they kind of just lose so much damage output, right? And again, I don't even think they can actually properly contest these Lords right now versus Onic.
You see the lane management, right? Bottom lane and top lane forced against Blacklist International, but now they have the numbers advantage, or so I say.
Wow. 4 against 4.
Yeah.
This is a dance, another dance.
Yeah, Hatred's still going to be top, so he does
He's so
grab.
focused.
Yeah, he's pushing that in. Lord's going to still be up. It's going to take quite a bit here to take it out. It's going to be a soft reset so far. Marky is going to continue. Actually, it's going to be a full reset. Again, Blacklist still maintaining those 2 base turrets is huge right now for this defense.
I agree.
I love how they're maintaining the stand of this important objective take. But this, how many lords have it been? 4 lords already,
Yep.
and they have melted it right in their base. At the same time, they are more confident this time. I think with all the items being built up here, they have the edge, but that one mistake can totally make or break them as of this point.
Yeah.
And Oheb picking up this immortality is such a good item for side of Blacklist International because it kind of dissuades Baloyski to commit onto him. And Oheb is 3-0-1 with the Wind of Nature as well. He's very much okay with the Natalia being present as well as the Ling. The only problem is the Lunox now. And as long as Oheb makes himself sure that he is safe, he's going to be having a good time. Look at Onic Philippines actually parking the Lunox up top.
Whoa.
Might not be the best decision as
Risky.
the rest of the Blacklist International squad are here.
I mean, they're looking for a pick here on Edward, but it's not going to happen, right? He's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Lord continuously getting reset here. Boloyski also
Yep.
just going to stay
They're
hidden.
trying to make a play up top.
Looking
They
for
didn't
a
reach.
play. We'll see if they can. Edward still able to defend
the wraparound,
once
Kev,
again.
Here you
There's
go.
going to be the conceal. Phantom Execution gains some distance. Hatred going to be focused on here. Thorn Rose not connecting, but Marky is going to be in trouble here. Flickers out. Another one from Oheb. Wintertron's going to be popped. Meanwhile, Lord's going to be worked on by Onic Philippines. Mega kill secured for Oheb. Lord now for Onic Philippines. And now, once again, Blacklist International has to defend their base.
61 minute without Marky, the additional burst that they can get here, man. Blacklist here can totally melt this Luminous Lord, but that sacrifice means so much for Onic right now.
Now, but the thing is, he committed the Flicker as well as the Winter Truncheon in there. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually the trade that Onic Philippines is gonna. It is favorable to Onic Philippines, but now they have dissected it. Oh, that's the better trade.
That's the better
Here
trade.
we
They
go.
find Haji. Now this beefed up Lord they have to deal with.
Oh, there's
they
the lightning.
finally lose that mid turret in the base. Kyrie doing work. Pops the Tempest of Blades. Delarski as well has to back off. Blacklist still has a ton of damage available to them. They clear the Lord. They lose a turret, but still in the game.
That is
They still defend.
the 5th Lord, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to end this game yet. Blacklist doing a great defense on how much damage they can get, man. They're still making this last stand perfect.
Again, this is something about, Blacklist lineup here. They can't lose someone, right? It's crucial that they stay up. Same can be said about Onic Philippines here, but at the same time, I feel like Onic has a better chance. Even if they're down 1, they can still finish this game.
Now they have the
here.
advantage of Haji spawning in 15 seconds. Maybe they can get a push up top.
We'll see if they can actually finally crack open the base of Blacklist. But so far, they still defend that top turret here 26 minutes into the game. And again, Lord going to be up here in about 70 seconds.
And we wait
Everybody's
again.
going to be full force once again.
Oh, another reset. And also, I love how Blacklist International is so calm right now. And also maintaining the defense and looking at the items of Marky on the Bursted Man. We have all the items needed, even for a Ruby DD play. Going back to what Wolf said here, they have the advantage. They have the place that they can get bait plays, actually. And Black is not responding to those traps at all.
That's exactly right. And now it's going to be just up to Blacklist International. This game is going to be decided by whether or not Blacklist International is going to be able to keep themselves alive.
Yeah.
As long as Oheb and Haji is alive, there's no push for Onic Philippines. And for Blacklist International, as long as there's a split pushing Cho, there is the Ling and the Lancelot, the Lord does not belong to them. So this is again immovable object means unstoppable force.
Like, how do you pull it off? How do you come out and swing the momentum in your favor for Blacklist International, Wolf?
I don't think that you're ever wishing for that to happen. In fact, I think Blacklist International are happier if they keep their Lilia and Beatrix alive and them to defend. Like, they can stretch this to 50 minutes and it won't matter.
I'm excited for that.
50 minutes.
50 minutes, and those 2 players that will only matter from Blacklist International on how Wolf pointed that out.
Yep.
It's the most important thing. And since these 2 teams are respecting one another and how the damage and how things can turn around, I love how they're seeing opportunities to seal in order to make their own favor. But man, they need to keep that momentum at bay if they want to survive this Man, heading into half an hour game for Blacklist and Onic Philippines.
Oh yeah, Marquis still hasn't showed himself. I think he's in a prime spot to go for the Ruby DD play. Does have the flicker too.
Beloyski gonna be a lot of damage. He goes down here. That's not what he wanted to happen. Now Blacklist International taking control of this zone. Oheb has to be careful here. Kyrie there as well. There's Delarski. He's going to push them back. Kevier's in trouble. Has to pop the Tempest Blaze. Phantom Execution as well to survive. Backs off here right now. Onic Philippines finding their way. But look at that. The sniper from Oheb popping the immortality from Hatred. He's still going to be alive though.
Oh no, that's bad. I think Blacklist International found their opening. Kyrie is frantically trying to get a trade.
Trying to get a push, trying to get a split. But
he's going to be pushing it. The Lord for the taking. Delarski trying to do his best to survive here and keep them off of it. Kyrie just around the corner.
He's here. Ruby
Can they actually connect and finish this? Lord, Oheb still working on it. It's a very dangerous situation. They're going to pull off. Reset for the Lord. Going to be a soft one so far. Check out Hatred in the bush. Looking for a setup here.
Trying to get ready.
Has away the dragon as well. Oheb giving the commission here. Kyrie just around the corner once again, pushing them back. They're not so sure if they can actually go.
This is so crazy.
Taking this on.
Oh, the heat.
Meanwhile, Edward defending the base all by himself, doing his best. Kevier once again. Who's going to grab the Lord? Phantom Execution. It's secured here by Onic Philippines. They grab the Lord.
Oheb is down.
They can do. Oheb goes down. Onic Philippines coming out on top.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oheb is out.
Oh my goodness. At this, did you see like Delarski like held on against 4 members of Blacklist and the Lord?
Man,
tanking up so much.
He's like the first line of defense for Onic Philippines.
No Oheb, so this is very dangerous, but look at that, the damage, the lightning coming up from the Lord.
The lightning is just too much. Phantom Execution be a pop. Tempest of Blades as well. Onic Philippines looking at the game. Hatred. They're going to take the series. Onic Philippines over Blacklist International.
There you have it. Onic